Hello everyone and welcome to another video where we will be analyzing and discussing and demonstrating an amazing game that involved sacrifices, queen sacrifices, king hunts, and more. Okay, well, without further ado, let's get into it. The game started with a Sicilian, e4, c5. c5 is played to control the d4 square early on, so when white plays d4, black exchanges, and black is left with two center pawns when white only has one. Anyways, development continued. Knight f3, knight c6, d4, c takes d4, and then knight takes d4. Knight f6, knight c3, d6, which also gets a hang in development, opens some lines, and it kind of slowly prepares e6, d5. So the d5 isn't premature and overextended. Bishop c4, e6, and then bishop e3. This move is played so d5 does not come with tempo on the bishop. Bishop e7, bishop e3, development continues. a6. This is a move you see in the Najdorf Sicilian, where black aims to push b5, bishop e7, rook c8, and get an attack on the queen side. But white does not necessarily have to castle queenside, so short castles, f4. f4 is an aggressive and practical move. It states that white wants to push e5 and kick the knight out. It also gives opportunities of queen h5, as we will later see in the game. d5, e5, knight d7. Now queen h5 finally takes over the advantage that the knight isn't guarding h5 anymore. And after queen h5, rook e8 was played. Rook e8 is actually the losing mistake of this game because it has a brilliant combination that white can take advantage of. Pause the video and see if you can solve it. Okay, well, if you solved it, congratulations. The answer is knight takes d5, but this isn't the challenging part. The challenging part is seeing the move that comes after knight takes d5. So pawn takes d5, and now queen takes f7 check. An amazing display of magnificence that white is able to sacrifice the queen and win the game. King takes f7, and bishop takes d5 check. There are two legal moves that black can play here, either king f8 or king g6. I will discuss both of them. If king f8, there is the clean and direct variation that just wins material, knight e6 check, king g8, knight takes d8 check, king h8, knight f7 check, king g8, knight d6 check, king f8, knight takes e8, winning material. Okay, but king f8 isn't necessarily forced. What about king g6? Well, believe it or not, there's a forced mate here, despite the fact that black is down an entire queen. f5 check, king h5, bishop f3 check, king h4, g3 check, king h3, bishop g2 check, king g4, and now it is rook f4 check, king h5, rook h4, another sacrifice, bishop takes h4 forced, and bishop f3 checkmate. A nice checkmate too. So in all, I want to discuss that. Look at the brilliancy in white's moves. Every move, although not seeming urgent or immediate, serves a purpose. Queen h5, black misses the move, and the mate occurs. Also noticed how white was just bringing their bishop around right at the correct moment. The bishop in total went from, let me just fast forward to the checkmate. The bishop went from f1 all the way to c4, all the way to b3, all the way back to d5, all the way to f3, g2, and then back to f3. Okay, well, this concludes our video, and if you have any questions or comments about the game, you can email on lichess.org, Master Lucien Jacon.